US President Donald Trump is stepping up diplomatic efforts. That's to bolster the fragile Gaza ceasefire more than 10 days after it came into effect. That's also after Israel launched a series of attacks across Gaza in what was the first major test to the truce brokered by Trump. Vice President J.D. Vance is on his way to Israel. Earlier on Monday, US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Trump's senior advisor Jared Kushner met with the Israeli Prime Minister. Their talks with Benjamin Netanyahu took place a day after Israeli fighter jets dropped more than 150 tons of bombs on Gaza, killing more than 40 Palestinians. Israel claimed it was in response to Hamas killing 2 of its soldiers, but the group denied its involvement. Now, Trump says he's giving Hamas a chance to honour the ceasefire. He made the comments in the White House while meeting Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese.
I mean, we've had countries calling me when they saw some of the killing with Hamas, saying we'd love to go in and take care of the situation ourselves. In addition, you have Israel would go in 2 minutes if I asked him to go in. I could tell him, go in and take care of it. But right now, we haven't said that. We're going to give it a little chance, and hopefully there will be a little less violence. But right now, you know, they're violent people. Hamas has been very violent, but they don't have the backing of Iran anymore. They don't have the backing of really anybody anymore. They have to be good. And if they're not good, they'll be eradicated.
Right, well, Hind Khoudary is live for us in Deir el-Balah in central Gaza. Good morning to you, Hind. So this ceasefire is still holding. During the war, people weren't allowed to leave Gaza at all, even for medical reasons, certainly later in the war. But now 50 patients are expected to be evacuated today. What do we know about that, where it's happening and where they're likely to go for treatment?
Good morning, Sarah. The details are still unknown, and this is what's frustrating and making Palestinians angry, is not being able to know how this is gonna be operated. Are those Palestinian patients going to leave through Rafah crossing? Is it going to be the Karm Abu Salim crossing? But they know that among this agreement is Palestinians having the freedom of movement, of leaving through the Rafah crossing. This was supposed to happen last week, but it did not happen. We're talking about thousands of Palestinians that are injured, more than 10,000, and all of them need treatment. They all need to travel abroad, and 50 passengers per day is definitely not enough. We're talking about Palestinians in very deteriorating situation where they need to leave the Gaza Strip as soon as possible. Now, from where those Palestinians are going to be evacuated, we know that it's going to be from one of the Gaza's hospital, either Al-Aqsa Hospital in Deir el-Balah or Al-Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis. But Sarah, we also need to know is that the Rafah crossing now and Karm Abu Salim are in the yellow line, where we are unable to reach that area, and that's why we are not broadcasting from that area. We will also continue following up the story of the passengers that are going to be leaving today. There are also news that every passenger will have 30 Palestinian family members traveling with them. We're still following up. More details are coming in the next coming hours. Okay, well, we will be checking in on you with all of that. But before you do go, what can you tell us about the yellow line that Israeli soldiers have, it seems now, been signposting? So the yellow line is a line that has been implemented and decided by the Israeli forces. And this line is a line that separates between death and life, where any Palestinian that crosses the yellow line is going to be targeted. And this is what we saw in the previous days, where Palestinians who went beyond the yellow line has been killed, just like the family, 11-member family, Abu Sha'ban family that were killed, and most of them were children and women. But Sarah, there were no signs, but now the Israeli forces are actually putting yellow blocks and yellow caution lines, telling Palestinians that they are not to go beyond this line. Now, This line has thousands of Palestinian houses, thousands of Palestinian properties, and Palestinians now do not have any access to these properties or houses. And this is what's breaking the hearts of Palestinians is, yes, it's ceasefire, but they can't go back to their houses. Their land is seized, their houses are seized, and even if they go and check on them, they're going to be killed or injured, or sometimes they won't ever come back.
Yeah, of course. Okay, thank you very much, Hind Khoudary, there for that update. We'll be speaking to you later once again.
Don't miss out to get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.